You're listening to Part 1 of Remembering the Life and Achievements of Jerry Alan Cohen, a strong advocate for human rights in Communist China. To listen to Part 2, check the link in the description or go to humanrights.catholic.edu. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports on China. My name is Will Dethridge, the producer. Joining me, as always, is Chen Guangcheng.
Hello, Will. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm glad to be here to talk with you.
Yep, and today we're going to report on some news that pertains to Guangcheng personally, but the human rights world very broadly. Guangcheng, can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, I just want to let our listeners know, on September 22nd, my very good friend Jerry Cohen passed away.
Yeah, and that's Jerry Cohen for those listening.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about this. He's my good friend. We met in 2003, 22 years, right?
Yeah.
2002, I get a call from the U.S. Embassy in Beijing, and he asked me to go to their office. They said they have a program, want to talk with me. When I arrived there, they told me that they decided to give me an invitation to visit the U.S. and to give me an opportunity to understand the U.S. government political system and to learn about human rights in the U.S.
And what year was this, Guangcheng, again?
2002. My human rights work was about disabled people and farmers at the time.
Right.
And I received that and I prepared to visit the U.S. I remember on July 2003, I fly to the U.S. At that time, I visited different states here, like Washington, D.C., and New York City, and Washington State, Texas.
Wow.
Like this.
All over the place, yeah.
So, 7 places I remember, I include San Francisco. And when I visit New York, I have a plan to talk with Jerry Cohen.
Jerry, can you describe, what he was doing at the time? Like, what was his job?
At that time, Jerry Cohen worked in NYU.
Okay.
He's a law professor. He teaches there. Okay. And another thing is because he's very famous and since 1960s, he visited China.
He visited China since the 60s?
Yes, 1971, President Nixon visited mainland China. Of course, that is the secret, right? But he helped that happen. So CCP think he is China's good friend.
Right.
Yeah, and he visits China several times every year. Yeah, CCP like him. And when I met him, we planned to meet to talk 1 hour, but later, because his Chinese is very good, he just used Chinese to talk to me, asked me a lot of questions about rule of law.
Where did he meet you, Guangcheng?
In New York City.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about rural China, about rural courts, about how the rural government work.
The rural government? Yeah. Like for the farmers?
Yeah. Okay. How about the farmers and disabled people's life? So he's very, very interested about what I'm doing. I told him, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a barefoot lawyer. Yeah. You have shoes. I don't have. He's laughing. Yeah. And then he said 2 months later, I will visit Beijing in October.
Guangcheng, at the time, so you mentioned that the Communist Party thought that he was their friend, right?
Yeah.
Was he involved in human rights law at that point in China or not yet?
I think he involved trying to push China to create the rule of law system.
Okay, so he was an advocate for democracy in China?
Yeah,
okay.
Democracy, I'm not sure maybe the CCP refused, but if he just asked, you should follow the law, the CCP have to say yes.
Yeah, so he was pro rule of law then?
Yeah. The CCP cannot say we ignore the law, we ignore the rule of law,
okay.
Right? Yeah. So he wants to use his power to influence CCP to become better, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Yeah, then we talk a lot and, of course, more than 1 hour. And later, I remember he used English to tell his assistant, "Oh, today we strike. Good." So, yeah, August, I came back to mainland China that year. And October, when he come to China, I just call the phone number and he make a plan to meet me in Beijing.
Okay.
I plan to visit him. And we talk a lot about how to push mainland China to become a constitutional country and have rule of law.
And what year was this when he went to Beijing?
2003.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So we talk a lot. He introduced me to meet his friend in different organizations. For example, the professors, the university's leaders, even some people who work in the government. Since that time, every time he visits China, we talk on the phone and we make a plan to see each other, to talk about how to protect the farmers and disabled people's rights. I tell him what I'm doing. And he very interested, and at that year, he make a plan to visit my home.
Okay.
We talk a lot. I introduce the people to him. Of course, the people just use local language, so I am translator.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
So since that time, we become friends regardless of age.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When we talk together, anything I can talk with him. Anything. I'm not care. He is a professor. He is a famous people. Or he never think I'm a poor person. I come from rural China. I'm not a lawyer. But he know I understand a lot about CCP, about government, about law system, like that.
Right.
Yeah, I understand Chinese society situation. He have a lot of friends, of course, in China. But almost they are the officials, the professors, or the law schools leader in the universities, like that. Before, he didn't have the opportunity close to the rural China people. Maybe he just know cities situation, university situation, Chinese law on the paper, right, in the classroom, right?
Yeah, because it's very different in the cities. Right?
Yeah. When I told him what's happening, very, very strange. You cannot believe that is happening. So he understand about China's society, about China people's lives.
Especially in the rural areas.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Even, when we sitting together, him and me and his friends who are officials or university leaders, if they tell him some information that is not true, I will expose that. I just tell him that is not.
Right.
Yeah. So the officials, if they saw I sitting there, they will very careful to tell some information to him.
Right. Because he would correct them.
Yes.
The Catholic University of America's Center for Human Rights has published a documentary on the United Nations Universal Declaration on Human Rights. The documentary features world-class human rights experts, from former State Department officials to ambassadors and human rights activists. It can be found on our website at humanrights.catholic.edu.